Ooh, okay, so the first character we're going to be talking about is very interesting. Keiichi's mom. Huh. Honestly, I don't know where I will put Keiichi's mom. Like, I really like Keiichi's mom, and she's a really good parent, but I'm gonna have to put her at mid, since she doesn't really do that much throughout the entire story of Higurashi for me to, you know, give a full judgment of her. Like, due to lack of appearances and lack of doing much in the storyline, I'll have to put her at mid, though she is a really good mom, so I can't really say anything bad about her, but I can't say anything super good about her either, so I have to put her at mid for now. Ooh, Akane Sonozaki. Oh man. If there is one character in Higurashi that I kinda had a crush on when I was younger, it was Akane. Due to nostalgia, I'll put her at the thumb of approval. Though like Keiichi's mom, she doesn't really do too much in the main storyline of the first 8 Higurashi arcs. She does have some importance in Yogoshi Hen, so I'll have to, you know, add a few points for Yogoshi from, you know, how she continued on the Sonozaki line in that arc. And next we have Akasaka. Oh man, he is so thumb of approval. Like, I cannot put my thumb up any higher. Though he's not one of my top 4 favorite characters, I still really like Akasaka. Like, he's almost in my, like, top 15 favorite characters of Higurashi. So, Akasaka definitely gets the thumb of approval from me. He's probably one of the best characters in Matsuri Bashi Head. Like, that's when he truly shines. And next we have Mamaska. Like, yes, he was in Higurashi, though he was just a regular mountain dog, so it's pains me to put him on mid, but I'm gonna put Akasaka on mid because I really don't know too much about him within, you know, the storyline of Higurashi. Though, Umineko episode 4 so far, I had to give him a big thumb of approval. But as for his appearance in Higurashi, I'll just have to put him at mid. And next we have Nomura. The person from Tokyo who manipulated Takano into committing the ultimate crime. I'm putting Nomura at Demon Away. I'm not gonna bonk her, but I think she needs to be Demon Away. And next we have the, I guess, punks that tried beating up Keiichi and Rika and Watanagashi and Mitagoroshi respectively. Oh yeah, and they also tried beating up Shion and Miyakashi. I'm gonna have to put them at Demon Away because, come on, they're kind of asses. And next we have Chie, Miss Chie. Oh man, she gets a thumb of approval. 10 out of 10 teacher, and kind of terrifying when it comes to curry. Like, of anything of the Higurashi characters, she is actually one of the characters that I actually sometimes get legitimately scared of because of how passionate she is about curry. And next we have, I think, one of the girls who were in the orphanage Takano was from. Like, one of the girls who tried running away from the orphanage, but bad things happened to her when she got caught, so I'm gonna have to put her at mid since I don't actually know anything about her, but I think that's one of the girls who, you know, were in the orphanage with Takano and tried to escape with her. But I don't really remember too much about her, so yeah. I'm planning on rereading the Matsuri Bashi manga at some point, so I might have a different opinion of her later on, but I'm gonna have to put her at mid for now. And next we have Hanyuu. Amazing god, but also very useless. Like, okay, for a while, I was kind of blind to the whole fact that she was, you know, she could have done so much more throughout the entire plotline of Higurashi. Like, she can follow people around. Why did she ever follow Takano and Tomatake? But I'm gonna have to give her the thumb of approval. I give Hanyuu the thumb of approval either way because, come on, Hanyuu, I still like her, even though she's a useless god. And, I think next we have, is this, Harayama? Or, okay, who is this guy? Hold on. I did get pretty mad at him when I was reading Mitagoroshi, but I'm gonna have to put him at mid since he's not the chief of the consultation center. The chief of the consultation center, if he's on here, oh, you know that I'm gonna go after him pretty harshly. But Harayama, he was more or less doing his job, even though he was kind of cruel, but I'm not gonna put him at demon away because he's not that bad. Though I did criticize him quite a lot. And next we have Hifumi Takano. I'm just gonna put him at mid. I don't really remember too much about Hifumi, but I think he did have a few things regarding Himizawa syndrome that were not that good. But I don't remember him too much, so I'm just gonna put him at mid for now because I remember him being a good father to Takano, but his stuff with Himizawa syndrome, I don't know if there were good things or not, so I'm just putting him at mid to be safe. And next I believe we have Koizumi, the friend of Hifumi and one of the people who helped sponsor Takano's research. Wait, no, that's not Hifumi. Wait, who's this guy? Who is that guy? I don't know who that guy. Hondaya. Okay, I'm just gonna put him at mid since he helped Akasaka out, though I don't know too much about him. He's a very minor character that I'm pretty surprised that he's even on this tier list. And next we have Keiichi's chat of a father. Definite thumb of approval. Like, he supports his son all the way through Higurashi, and he's kind of more or less the reason why Keiichi even went to Himizawa. And, okay, look at him. Look at Keiichi's dad and tell me that he doesn't look sexy. Come on, tell that to my face. Tell me that he doesn't look sexy. I'm gonna say this now. Keiichi's dad has it going on. He really has it going on. He is definitely one of the most sexiest characters of Higurashi. Number 2. He's the number 2 most sexiest man of this entire series. But he's not number 1. I'll get to number 1 soon. And next we have Irie. Oh man. Great guy, kind of a pervert, and well, he kind of did do a lot of brain surgery on people, but I'm gonna have to give him my thumb of approval because he really, really wants the best for the kids of Higurashi, and he really, really wants to solve the mystery of Himizawa syndrome, so I'm gonna have to give him the thumb of approval. And next we have the principal of the school. Oh man. He says some pretty great stuff in Higurashi to Keiichi. Like, he gets some pretty inspirational speeches. And let's be honest here. You gotta love every time in the anime adaptation from Studio Dean where he was ringing the bell in between classes. You gotta love that. So he's definitely thumb of approval material. And next we have Kameda. Next we have Kasai. Oh man, Kasai! Oh god, like, if you ever in the future want someone to be your bodyguard, you have Kasai as your bodyguard. He is one of my top 4 favorite characters of Higurashi, hands down. Kasai, he is one of my top 4 favorite characters. He's, I think, he's number 4 of my favorite characters of Higurashi. So yes, he gets in the top 4 category because he's just so awesome. He's just so awesome, and regardless of what Shion does, most of the time he supports her. Except for, well, Miyakashi, but it's kind of understandable why Kasai would not be on Shion's side during, Miyakashi. And yes, we are now on Keiichi Maebara, my man, who gets a thumb of approval. Just the greatest leader of this entire series, and more or less, he's kind of, I would dare to say he is a deconstruction of the main character of horror stories. Like, at first, he's a generic, horror story character, like main character. He's always scared, like he wants to know what's going on, but he just can't figure it out, and he kind of, is slowly going crazy because of the, the eeriness of Himizawa. But throughout the rest of the games, Keiichi kind of deconstructs the horror protagonist, in my opinion. I'll probably have to do a scripted video about this someday in the future to fully talk about how I think Keiichi is kind of like a deconstruction of the, horror main character of, a horror story. But I have to say, I really like Keiichi. He's a charismatic, amazing leader, and you know what? If he did become the, overlord of the world, I would stand by his side. I think the next person we're looking at is one of the other girls who, well, I already put her at mid. Is one of the other girls who, you know, were in the orphanage with Takano and tried escaping, but bad things happened to her in the end. Yeah, I think that's who this girl is, and I really don't have too much of an opinion of her. And next we have... what's his name again? Kimiyoshi. Yes, next we have Kimiyoshi. He gets the thumb of approval. Kimiyoshi, he gets the thumb of approval. I do have to say that I do have to give him some middle thumbs for his treatment of the Houjou family, but other than that, like, especially Higurashi, he definitely does turn a new phase as soon as he's convinced that, you know, he shouldn't mess with the Houjous anymore. So, Kimiyoshi, even though he's pretty shitty to the Houjou family through a lot of the arcs, he still gets the thumb of approval because, at the end, he's pretty much a good guy. He's pretty much a good guy, so I have to give Kimiyoshi the thumb of approval. And now we have Koizumi. For which I'm putting him at mid. Like, he sponsored Takano, and he also was a good friend of Hifumi, but I just don't remember him too much, so I'm just putting him at mid. Next, I believe we have one of the people who were with Akasaka during the, wait, hold on, I need to look up this guy real quick. He's just one of the police officers for Okinomiya. Really, I don't have an opinion of him, so I'm just putting him at mid. Oh, next we have Kumagai, aka Kuma-chan. He gets the thumb of approval. He definitely has a terrible job since he's basically Ooishi's right-hand man, so this is more of a pity thumb. Since he has to work with Ooishi. Next, I believe we have the manager of the construction site. I think that's him, the manager of the construction site, and, really, I don't remember him too much, but I'm just gonna put him at mid. I don't remember him too much to decide whether or not he's an asshole or not, or, you know, if he's a decent person. He was kind of assy, but we didn't really get to see too much of him, so I'm just putting him at mid just to be safe for now. I'll rejudge him once I get to, you know, Masuribashi where he appears, but the damn construction site manager, he's just gonna be at mid for now, though he could go down to, no, I'm just gonna put him at Demon the Way for now, actually, since he was kind of assy. And now we have Mion Sonozaki. She is my number 3 favorite character of Higurashi. Oh my god. I could actually make a whole video as to why I like Mion. Like, Mion is a really great character. Mion is my number 3 favorite character of Higurashi, and I just have to root for her all the way. Next we have Akasaka's daughter. I forgot her name, but I know that she does have some, you know, PS3 console port games about, you know, her future in some of the timelines. I don't know too much about those games, for which, that's a good thing because I plan on playing them in the future, but for now I'm gonna put her at mid since I don't know too much about her. Mr. Furude! Rika's dad! I'm mad about this dude. Like, yes, he was pretty alright with most of the villagers, but, really, I don't know too much about him, so I can't really give him anything more than mid. There's also Rena's dad, also mid. Not too much to know about him, though he's definitely a victim in a lot of cases, especially with, you know, his previous wife and Rina. He's definitely a victim, and I do feel really bad for him, but also, I don't know too much about him, so he's mid. Oh, Mr. Sonozaki. Oh, man. Okay, I'm giving him the thumb of approval. He looks like a badass. And he's a Sonozaki. He gets the thumb of approval. Okay, I really don't know who you are. I really do not know who you are. I can't find you, so I'm just putting you at mid. I'm putting you at mid because I don't even know who you are. Wait a second. Oh no, I made a mistake. I made a mistake, actually. Hold on. This character right here, that's not Nomura. Nomura is this character. This is Nomura. Wasn't she the older Rika that appears at the end of Masuribashi? Aren't you the older Rika? I think you're the older Rika. I'm putting you at mid just to be safe. but I think you're the older Rika that appears at the end of Matsuri Bayashi. Wow, I began this video with such a big mistake. Alright, next character is you. Who is she? Who are you? Wait, you're Rena's mom. This is Rena's mom, right? Yeah, I think this is Rena's mom. Come on. You did a horrible thing to Rena and her dad. You are demon away material. I almost want to bonk you, but I'm not bonking you. I'm not gonna bonk you because you at least tried to be, decent to Rena. But no, I am not excusing that. You get demoned away for what you did to Rena and your former husband. And now we have Rika's mom. Mid as well. She is mid as well. I don't remember too much about her. So I have to put her at mid. And now we have adult Rena. Oh, I'm putting adult Rena at thumb of approval. Her design is pretty awesome. Ooh, the old man from Forensics. Oh, this is the old man from Forensics. The guy that Ooishi always goes to for help. He gets a thumb of approval. He's just a jovial old forensics guy. I have to like him. I actually kind of like the old man from Forensics. And now we have Ooishi. Question arcs, he's not that good of a person. But after Himasabushi, I started liking Ooishi more. He gets the thumb of approval. Like, yes, the first 3 arcs, he's kind of terrible, especially in Totara Goroshi. But past that, it kind of turns out he is a pretty decent guy who's just very desperate to solve this murder mystery. In the arcs where he doesn't go after the club members, he's actually a pretty decent guy, and also, he's pretty badass when he goes after the people who actually deserve it. So I have to give him the thumb of approval, and also, he's really cursed. Oh, Oryou Sonozaki. I have to put you at mid. I'm sorry, I want to give you the thumb of approval, but for the things that you were trying to do with Satoko, well, actually no. She gets the thumb of approval. She did that for a symbolic reason. I'm not going to explain too much about Oryou. Actually, Oryou is another character that I want to make a video about in general because I feel like Oryou is an underrated character. I really feel like Oryou is an underrated character because, yes, she kind of seems like the evil grandma sort of character, but at the same time, she's not horrible. Well, other than ordering Shion's fingers to be ripped off. That's something that I cannot excuse. But in the end, I do have to say, Oryou's not the worst. Oryou's not the worst. Even though she's pretty strict with Shion, for which that is pretty bad. But I'm still gonna hesitantly give her the thumb of approval because she kind of does a lot of the things she does just for appearance sake. Even though the things that she does is pretty horrendous for appearance sake, at the end she actually does care about, a lot of the people she's pretending not to care about. Especially the case with Satoko. She wanted a reason to, quote unquote, change her mind about Satoko. She wanted a reason to keep her reputation, so that's why Keiichi had to go ahead and, strangle her. This is also a point as to why she could be, definitely a mid character because, well, she does do some pretty nasty stuff for appearance's sake, but in the end, she's not that evil of an old lady. Next is Oyashiro-sama. Oh man, the village deity that I'm just gonna give the thumb of approval because I do not want to be demoned away by him. Next we have Rena Ryugu. She gets the biggest thumb of approval. She's actually number 5 in my favorite characters. She is number 5 in my favorite character list, but she's not top 4. That's why she's not added to the top 4 favorite characters of Higurashi. I'm sorry, Rena. I really like you as a character. You're the most intelligent of the kid characters, but I have to put you at thumb of approval. You know what? No. Rena doesn't deserve this. Rena doesn't deserve this. She is in the top 5. You know what? She's in the top 5. And now we have Rika Furude, the character that experiences the most suffering. Number 2 favorite character. Number 2 favorite character. Oh my god. Okay. At first, she was going to be getting the thumb of approval. She was actually in the thumb of approval category. But as I read more of Higurashi, I just became more liking to her character, and now she's my number 2 favorite character. Rika is my second favorite character. Like, she's such a deep character. I'm trying to think of a way to describe the way I think of Rika, but you know what? She's also a character that I could definitely, look into in another video, because I definitely think Rika is a very interesting character in Higurashi. And now we have my number 1 favorite character, Satoko. No matter what happens in Go, even the stuff that I'm not seeing right now, I'm still gonna stand by Satoko. I'm gonna still stand by Satoko. I will admit, she does have faults, and she can be in the wrong. Satoko is my favorite character of Higurashi. I like mischievous characters. It's not that she's just mischievous. Like, if she was only mischievous, she might not have been in my top 5. But there's a lot more to Satoko's character that I just really enjoy. Any one of my top 5, I can make a whole video on. And now we have Satoko Houjou. He gets the thumb of approval. Brother of the Year. He is Brother of the Year, and after the revelations of Masuri Bayashi, he didn't run away on Satoko. He did not run away on Satoko, so he has to get the thumb of approval. If he ran away, if it turned out he actually ran away, he would go down to Demon Away. But since he didn't actually run away from his sister, he gets the thumb of approval. I won't go too much into Satoshi, but he's just a really good brother. He's a really good brother, and I feel so bad for what happens to him. And now we have Shion Sonozaki. She gets the thumb of approval. If this was the me from 5 years ago, she would have been in bonk. But no, this is the me now, and Shion gets the thumb of approval. When I was younger, I despised Shion. I truly despised Shion. But after reading Mayakashi and seeing, how she is in the future arcs, she's definitely a lot better of a character than I always thought she was back then. After seeing her, whole point of view throughout Mayakashi, along with, more about her character in the visual novels, I have to say, Shion gets a thumb of approval. For so long, I actually hated her as a character, but now, she's one of my top 10 favorites. She's one of my top 10 favorites, and also, she's one of the very few characters in the past years that, I actually had a change of opinion of. I changed my opinion on, Shion, and I think she's a really good character, so she gets the thumb of approval. I think this is another council from the Child Welfare Center, so yeah, I'm just gonna put her at mid. And now we have Mion Takano. And like with Oryou, I'm hesitantly giving her the thumb of approval. Yes, I do kind of pity her. I do kind of pity Takano. And I'm gonna be honest here, she's a really good villain. She gets the thumb of approval for being a great villain. She has the most interesting story, in my opinion, of Higurashi. She has the most interesting story, and yeah, how she broke bad is probably one of the best ways that I've ever read of a character breaking bad in a fictional story. Oh, bonk and bonk. Oh, I see who's next on here. Oh yeah. You know what? He doesn't fit in any of these categories. You know what I have to say about Tomotage? Oh yeah. That's how I feel about Tomotage. He is the Chad of Higurashi. I can go on for a long time talking about how awesome Tomotage is. And yes, even though I said that Satoko is my number 1 favorite character, Tomotage, he just exceeds the scale, so it wouldn't be fair to put him in my top favorite character list. Tomotage, amazing character, and I could just make a whole video of me simping over this man, but I have a tier list to make. Oh, Tomita! He gets thumb of approval, and also Okamura. They both get thumb of approval. just those two kids. Those two kids, Keiichi's henchmen. I can't say anything bad about them. They're really good boys. I really like Tomita and Okamura, so they both get the thumb of approval. Another girl who was in the orphanage. Oh! The minister's grandson. And who are you? Who are you? I'm just putting you at mid by default, but I don't know who you are. But anyways, everyone, that was my Higurashi tier list.
Okay.